global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happenings today. Amaka, a former press secretary of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, who a lot of people said a lot of things about her. Some said it's a case of her, she has been removed because of some things going on. Other persons called her out that she's moving with allies. Some said it's moving with enemies of Nnamdi Kanu, and a lot of controversies trailed her movement. Some were in support, a lot were against, and she kept quiet all through that time until Nnamdi Kanu's detention. Now she has decided to speak up, and people are wondering what fence, where is she standing. You're going to find out in a moment where she's standing, if she's for or against. But if you ask me, she just spoke her mind. Before we do that, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, Amaka is a former press secretary of separatist leader Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, some hours ago, said the elected leaders, not the indigenous people of Biafra, are to blame for the chaos ongoing in the Nigerian Southeast region. The recent spate of killings in the Southeast, especially in Anambra state, has made many to lose their loved ones and caused the government at both the state level and the federal level to worry considerably also. Well, some persons have decided to talk up, according to, for a Twitter user, Onyenkuzi. They called the Twitter user Onyenkuzi, and if you don't understand Igbo, Onyenkuzi means a teacher. Onyenkuzi means a teacher. Well, Onyenkuzi said IPOB have devolved into criminality, and the pro-Biafran group will do itself a lot of good if it drops violent agitation. Onyenkuzi is speaking against IPOB, literally. And Onyenkuzi means probably from Igbo land. When responding to that allegation, the diaspora-based Egu, that's the secretary now, Amaka, disagreed, saying the terror being witnessed in the Southeast is because elected leaders in the Southeast did not negotiate with Kanu. According to her, it is time to start talking. IPOB is not the problem, but the elected leaders in Southeast. They failed to negotiate with Nnamdi Kanu. In every conflict, wise leaders always have open doors for negotiations. It's time to start talking. Southeast have a common interest to protect, Igbo said, using her non-social media handle. Quite a lot of persons have been reacting to this. We're going to look into it very critically, but let's feel just one or two pause of what people are saying. Okay, because she's saying that the leaders didn't negotiate with Nnamdi Kanu, that's why they're saying this. But, there's heavyweight meaning to that. All right, it's a heavyweight meaning to that. Don't forget that some days back, one of Nnamdi Kanu's brother said there's a meeting Nnamdi Kanu had with the Southeastern leaders. Said that meeting, of which Nnamdi Kanu took his time, listed his condition for him to stop what he's doing. That this must be done. Otherwise, no deal. People were wondering, what could those things be? He listed them all. But before we go into the listing, let's feel the pulse of Nigerians. Then I'll give you a lowdown. Although, if you for better understanding of that particular video, check our playlist, you'll get it there. But let's continue. This one here is saying, who is the problem then? Before IPOB have the Southeast experience this kind of before IPOB have Southeast experience this kind of destruction and mayhem going on in Igbo land, you are the one destroying your land and you are leaving us outside. This one here is saying, what about northern Nigeria? Is it still IPOB? You can't quench fire with fire. Dialogue remains the solution. That's deep. This one here is saying, can you imagine? So, because of these senseless issues, Northerners are now their own people. IPOB should be allowed to do the same. What are you saying? I don't understand what you two are saying. This one here is saying, she said it all. Our leaders have failed our people. Remember, you can't use fire to quench fire. They should have dialogue before to avert all this nonsense and find a way to release Nnamdi Kanu. You will see all this will stop. Another person here say, my problem with this agitation is that most of the people calling for it don't reside in Southeast. Most of them based abroad and supporters and have supporters and commentators on social media. And they are based in different countries of the world, including the North and the Southwest. This person went straight. He said IPOB and ESN is the problem. Simple. This is what he is saying. Typical, always looking for who to blame for your atrocities. In the end, you people that are supporting the killings won't be able to live in peace in that region either. And that person here is saying, negotiate with who? A criminal for. Okay, negotiate with who? A criminal for. The FG should descend heavily on those south, flush them out of the bush. In 3 weeks, all this nonsense will come to an end. All right, but let's look at this critically. Some persons are already saying, you're right, my sister, Nnamdi should be released. IPOB is like a sheep without a shepherd. If Nnamdi Kanu is released, he can give order and IPOB will obey. Okay, but let's look at what the brother Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said some weeks back. He said, look, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu listed a lot of things. He talked about the issue of dredging, talked about the issue of seashore, the issue of the waterways, talked about the issue of international airport. He talked about shipping, why Lagos should not be the central point, when it comes to the issue of island, Tinkan Island, and all those seaports and all that, that some should be located in Southeast, South for easy access, being the fact that Southeasterners are majorly into trade, commerce, heavy commerce, as the case may be. But right now they notice that most of those incomes, that's income leakages, taxes, go straight to the south, to the southwest, giving them a lot of IGR, and living Southeast, who are the major generator of this IGR, leaving them without little or nothing, while they are the one initiating this IGR. But instead the IGR moves straight to the southwest by virtue of all these seaports and all that. And it's insisting, since the Southeasterners are the ones that do major importation and exportation, they should have closest seaports closest to their region and even within their region, so that they will enjoy what they generated from it. I don't think, if you ask me, I don't think that was actually a big offer, or a big option that is too big that the government couldn't consider. But the brother was saying something, said the leaders didn't communicate to the government because there was no feedback, and after some years there was a clampdown. He said he was willing if they could give him, and all those he was asking for, it wasn't really for his benefit, it was for the good of us. And if they had implemented it, Southeast would have been, my God, with all those IGR or residents in Southeast, that would have been another Dubai. That's going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our conversation. Do you agree with her? Or do you think maybe this is just another way of trying to remove the eyes? Do you disagree? Let's meet in our conversation. Do have a nice time. God bless you. Please.